Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back. How you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. You see the title of the video is I'm laughing because I'm like, oh snap, it's finally happening. It's finally happening, guys. This man is starting to break. This man is starting to get triggered. This man is clearly upset about what the internet thinks. So WrestleMania is coming up, and Mr. H, he's done a decent amount of interviews lately, basically trying to act like, this egomaniac, basically. And but during the interviews, people are talking about what does he think about the internet fans, because I noticed this lately too, and I'm happy to see this because it's the truth. I'm happy to see more and more channels starting to come out and just really criticize WrestleMania 41, because they should. Honestly, they should. This is bad. This is what happens when you don't help Mr. H out, because last year he got help from The Rock and stuff. You see, once he kind of had to do it all on his own, he proved that he couldn't really do it. And it's sad. It's sad because this is WrestleMania 41, and you having the lowest views coming up from your shows on the way to WrestleMania. Everybody is talking about how boring the shows are and how they ain't even affecting anything, because they're not. Even I was saying it too. I do live streams on all the shows, and I was saying it too. I'm like, wow, nothing is really happening to get anybody excited, and we're getting the same old repetitive stuff. And then when you look at the WrestleMania card, almost more than half of those matches could just be on SmackDown or Raw, or our matches we already seen on SmackDown and Raw. Like, come on now. This deserves criticism. It definitely does. And then the build-ups is like weak. We got SmackDown coming on tonight. I don't care what John Cena and CM Punk do. There is no saving this. And at the most, we'll probably get a retaliation from Cena. Probably at the most, if that. You see what he did with Gunther and Jay. Definitely made them do nothing. So he was asked about the fans, and they was like, and he basically said they're not real, and he basically told the fans that he basically said they shouldn't watch, and then he started using language too. I seen some writing saying he told them to F off, or he was saying the fans are crying like bees. Like, come on now. Like, this is your fan base. And honestly, this is just exposes his ego. You could tell by the booking he's an egomaniac. You could tell by what he does. He has a very huge ego. So when people criticize him and actually tell the truth, what does he do? Get mad, blame them, blame the fans, say they're not real, and say they don't need to watch. Like, what type of response is that? Like, out of all responses, that was like the worst one. It's like, are you trying to run the fans away? The IWC doesn't matter, but it surely seems like it's more people in the IWC than who be showing up in these arenas. Like, that don't make no sense. And then you tell it, and then you not listening to them. And when people are being honest and truthful about the product and what's going on, and you just say you're not real, when obviously the people who are real fans are going to be the ones who want to critique things and criticize things, especially if it's not good, because they want to see it better. That's just common sense. Obviously, the ones who are just watching to be watching are not the people that really care, but you see, those are the people that he's trying to attract. He just wants people that don't really care about what's being given and just willing to spend for it, or willing to just say it's good no matter who what it do. This is the people he's trying to attract. He's not trying to attract an actual audience that wants real entertainment and who can read between the lines. He doesn't want that. He wants you to be a mindless drone, thinking everything he's doing is great when the numbers prove this is the lowest of the low. So he's obviously not being honest when it comes to that, because nothing is proven. WrestleMania is still not sold out. Still not sold out. But this supposed to be the greatest. This supposed to be a boom and all of that. WrestleMania still not sold out. And then just to go off on the fans like that, just to just say that about the fans, to just let people know what Mr. H thinks of the fans. He doesn't really care about the fans. All he cares about is really just the money and the attention. That's really what it is to him. That fans and honest criticism mean nothing to him. But if you say something good, oh, down now he like it. Now you're real. Oh, but if you say something bad, now you're fake. This don't make no, or you're right, you're not a real fan. This don't make no sense. That's just a person that can't handle honest criticism, and that's why the show is not growing, and there hasn't been no growth in like this whole time. Mr. H has been in power. The show is not grown in any kind of way, If anything, it's sunk. Just like Raw on Netflix. How in the world was Raw on Netflix when it first came to Netflix a bigger, more out there event than what it is going into WrestleMania? And the views prove it. And honestly, the first episode of Raw on Netflix was like more theatrical and bigger, and it felt big. It did. And it had a lot of star power on it. But then after that, it was it. It was like back to Raw on USA again. And now we going to WrestleMania, and should be the time that it get turned up. This should be the turn up time. Nah, we're gonna just keep move slow and steady, and we're gonna play it safer than safe. Hold on, my bad. My mic just messed up. Right, we're not gonna take this seriously. We're not. No, man, they're just gonna like whatever I do, and then I'll probably put one little surprise in there to try to get attention. Just like with the whole Rock John Cena thing, that was just to get attention. It wasn't really to build upon anything. Because if it was, we would have actually got something within those weeks afterwards. But instead, we got a whole bunch of nothing and time wasting. That's what we got. This man is breaking, man. I think he's starting to get really irritated. I think the fact that it's not going as good is starting to really get to him. Because let's be honest, even if he didn't like what the fans said, he could have just said something different. He could have just said, oh, well, I hope they watch one day or something. He could have been more positive about it. Instead, you see, oh, no, these guys are fake. No, they don't watch this. No, don't watch the product. Like, what? Don't be surprised that after WrestleMania, man, your views plummet, especially after that first week. Do not be surprised, because honestly, I think he angered a lot of fans, and I think he turned a lot of fans off. Even some fans that really kind of like him, I think he just turned them off because they just like, wow, he would really say that. Because a lot of people are IWC fans. A lot of people who watch wrestling are right here on the internet, on YouTube, on all these other websites. He dissed the internet audience because those are the people that don't got to pay no money to go to the product. And also he dissed them because he thinks that the people that show up to the product are the ones that he considered to be real fans, when in reality you shouldn't even be spending money for this. Like, you shouldn't, because it's not good. It's not good. It's very repetitive. It's nowhere as good as what it used to be years ago. The booking is horrible, and a lot of people just don't get treated fair at all. It's just so many problems. I would not pay for this. Oh, but they're important because they spending the money, and they don't care about the as much as the entertainment they should get. A lot of people just go to this just to say, hey, I went, or just to go to some event. But how much do they actually care about what they're given? Because at this point, they are really just hyping up something bigger than what, they just add more hype to something when it really ain't. These fans just be just trying to enjoy the moment, really. They don't really, in too much to what the product is really giving, because they just like, hey, we here. I mean, how could you do that, man? How could you do that? How could he do that? How could he diss us like that? He just straight just dissed the internet fans. Like, he just, like, we are the people that still watch and talk about the stuff, but at least we be talking about it. At least we, even if it's negative, at least, or it's honest criticism, at least we're still talking about it and bringing attention. Like, we're still bringing attention to the product regardless. If it's which way it goes. I mean, obviously you will want to aim for more positive stuff, but that's just how it goes, man. It's no different than TV shows, movies, all of that. It's no different. Just like movies, people are going to critique it or have criticism or have their thoughts or have their ratings. That's why it's a rating system. But in Mr. H's eyes, he don't need a rating system. Everything he does is a 5-star all day. when it's clearly barely even a 1. What we're giving is barely even a 1. I mean, come on now, guys. We know darn well most of us do not care about most of these matches. Like, most of these matches, we just gonna watch this because it's WrestleMania. We ain't gonna really, majority of these matches, if they was on Raw or on SmackDown, y'all know, man, most of these matches, y'all wouldn't even take y'all time out to watch. Y'all know it. Unless you a hardcore fan. And a lot of these matches are repeat matches. A lot of these matches are repeat matches. Mm, 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 mm. And the booking is ridiculous. Like, I'm gonna end it on this. And the booking is ridiculous. Why in the world is the Street Profits defending their titles again? The Street Profits have barely had the titles for a month, and they're defending them twice already within like 2 or 3 weeks. Like, why? But Liv Morgan and Raquel are running around. They had their belts for longer than the Street Profits. Why they ain't defending it? And why you wait giving them a WrestleMania spot to not only have they not been defending it, but you giving them a WrestleMania spot to defend it. And you even had a whole gauntlet for it, you know? Oh, but Street Profits, they got to keep putting their belts on the line. Literally put their belts on the line against Pretty Deadly the next week. Now they're putting their belts on the line against Motor City Machine Guns, who might actually win before WrestleMania. They might actually win. I'll tell you this. If the Motor City Machine Guns win tonight and win the titles, which is messed up because it's like, wow, you just didn't give them a proper title run. Then that more than likely he'll probably let New Day beat the War Raiders at WrestleMania. More than likely. So yeah, hit that like button. I'll see you guys later, man. This dude, man, he's breaking, man. After WrestleMania, I think he's gonna be really mad, man, at the fans, or just mad period in general, because that seems kind of like angry to me, But all right.